This is Steve Robbins. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Today we're going to be exploring tips for travel with Scott Jordan, founder and CEO of ScottEVest's. This is Steve Robbins, host of the Get It Done Guy podcast, and I'm here today with Scott Jordan, founder and CEO of ScottEVest's. For those of you who've been listening to the podcast for a while, you know that ScottEVest's is one of my unbelievably most favorite products in the world because it allows me to turn myself into a walking computer, gadget, book, key, everything machine. I have every product that they make, just about. The pants, I even have the boxer shorts in which I can put multiple electronic devices. Don't ask. From what I understand, Scott founded the company because he was a frequent traveler and was frustrated with the inability to carry a bunch of stuff on a plane, except in suitcases, not have things easily accessible, and so on. So he's here today to give us some tips about travel and about awesome and amazing things that you can do to be an even better traveler, to travel less and work less and travel more. Welcome, Scott.
Thanks for having me, Steve. I really appreciate it. I'm a big fan, as you know.
My pleasure. So, tell us about travel. What is it that those of us who don't travel a lot should know? Because I do have a trip coming up, and I want to make sure that I do it as awesomely as possible.
Well, to be prepared and be prepared for the unexpected, and don't let delays or anything ruin your trip. And I know that I used to get really frustrated with delays, and once I accepted the fact that there's going to be problems when you travel, and you have to go with the flow. In our case, I designed the ScottEVest's because of my own frustrations with carrying around a lot of things while I was traveling. And the concept occurred to me that, there's a fishing vest, there's a photographer's vest. Well, there needs to be a proper travel vest that doesn't look like it has all these external pockets, and it doesn't look like a fishing vest, if you will, or a photographer's vest. It looks like something you'd feel comfortable wearing in a business casual environment. And that's how I designed the ScottEVest's, eVest 1.0.
So I'm going to be traveling a lot this New Year's. I'm traveling. I want to prepare for the unexpected. Since I have one of these vests with 290 pockets, what should I be thinking about in terms of what kinds of preparations? Because since I don't travel a lot, I don't know what can go wrong.
Most importantly, power. All of your devices are going to suck up energy and power, and I know when I travel, I carry no less than 3 or 4 external batteries and battery cases because I always want to be sure that wherever I am, I'm not looking at a battery indicator of 0.2% and I'm relying on it to get to my destination, and GPS, it's gone. So our products are designed with a patented personal area network so that you could actually have a battery in one pocket and a device in another, and a cord strung in the lining in a fashion that you really can't see, that will provide power to your device at all times. It's kind of, if you will, a wearable computer. In fact, that's exactly what it is. And we have worked with wearable computer companies along the way. It's the beige box of wearable computers.
So I've got my spare power. Presumably I'm going to have my iPad, my iPod, my iPhone, and if I have an Android device and a Windows laptop just for jollies. What other kinds of things? Like what do I do if I'm stuck overnight? Because I'm thinking, I've been hearing more and more about travel delays, and I have friends posting on Facebook saying, they're having me here for 7 hours. What should I plan on bringing, or what should I be thinking about in terms of getting stuck in an airport? Like, what do you do? I don't even know what to do.
One of the things I like to always have with me is some food, even though you can get, just some candy and whatnot, some toiletries, a little toiletry bag. Obviously need some money or credit cards available. Keep your keys, in the extendable key holder. We have a travel document pocket, which is a secure pocket for your boarding pass and your passport, so you always know where that is, and your ID, so you're not constantly reaching in and fumbling with it to get it in and out. It's a variety of things. It's kind of personal preference on those sorts of things. I mean, I'm slightly embarrassed to admit that I've actually put an extra pair of underwear in my ScottEVest's just in case I need it.
You anticipated my next question, actually.
With pockets, and people laugh about the pockets in underwear, but I wake up in the morning. First thing I do is I grab my iPhone, and I'm walking around my house and getting my coffee, and I'm like, where am I going to put my iPhone? And sure enough, I would expand my waist in a fashion that would create an additional pressure so that I could put my iPhone in the elastic band, only to have it fall down. I'm like, well, let's put a pocket there, So that's why that's what the pockets are for in the boxers. But
I wondered about that. Now we know the inside scoop.
And another thing I like to travel with, I never really understood what these noise canceling headphones were all about. I feel like a complete idiot, looking back on it. But where I live, there are propeller planes that leave from my airport to get to a normal size airport, and they're loud. So I would have my normal headphones on, the ones that come with your devices. You can barely hear anything, although the person sitting next to you can probably hear your music louder than you. But noise canceling headphones are awesome for that purpose, and they obviously your user base knows a lot more than I did when I started. They use technology to cancel out the sound, and but a lot of times they don't have they require batteries as well. So to me, travel is all about batteries. It really and extra power.
Now, believe it or not, since I don't travel and since I'm never more than a few feet from a plug, I don't know a lot about battery technology. Do you have any particular devices, or like the only thing I have is I have an iPhone case that is also a spare battery, which doubles the length of my iPhone. But if I want to have a generalized battery pack that I can use to connect up whatever else I happen to be carrying, what should I be looking for in that?
Well, we utilize there's so many options out there. We utilize Nutrient, which is one of the leaders in the space. We actually sell them online, but I don't have a particular favorite. That's a pretty good one. I'd make sure that they have 2 USB outlets if you can, and that they have the 2.5 amperage. One that will have sufficient output to recharge your iPad, which is required. I also want to make sure that whatever device battery, it's easily recharged with a connector, a micro USB normal connector, rather than something special that you have to make sure you don't lose. So those are some of the more important things as it relates to power. And those Mophie chargers that attach to the back of your iPhone, it's interesting to note that a couple of things. Number one, they don't double your battery life. I've been at 0 and then put it on, and it might get it back up to about 70%, which is bizarre to me, Stever, because it's all battery. So
right, it's the same size as the iPhone. Even it doubles the size of it.
Battery length, and then another thing. At least this was a problem with those devices in the early days that didn't have on-off switches. You put it on, and what it signaled to your iPhone was, "I am connected to power. Operate as if I've got unlimited amounts of power," and it would actually drain your iPhone quicker than without having it attached. So you would put it on, it would suck all the juice, and then within an hour, even after that battery was dead, the external battery was dead, it would continue to say, "But I'm plugged in, suck some more juice." So I'd gone through an experience where I kept sending them back and saying there must be a defect. And finally, on the third time I sent it back, they explained to me why I was having the problem.
They're like, "Oh, we should add an on-off switch to this."
Exactly right.
Right.
Yeah, so you've got to constantly talk about that. You have to constantly be sensitive to that on-off switch and utilize it. So. But if you're a do-it-yourself guy, and our products, I always envisioned that our products would really inspire this community to build add-ons to our products that they could utilize. So it hasn't happened to the degree that I would have expected, and we're going to start fostering it more and more. So, for example, we just designed a separate add-on to our brand new Brad Thor Alpha, spy jacket or CCW jacket. That it's a blackout pocket, and it's got Trico, so it attaches using Velcro to the interior lining of the jacket, and you put your cell phone in there and you go off grid. It's very cool. The NSA cannot track you. It uses special RFID blocking material that, when layered up, in the fashion that we utilize it, you can't receive calls or send calls or transmit data. Especially, for Wi-Fi, you need to turn off your Wi-Fi and Bluetooth because that will penetrate it. But so that's one example. Another guy today, sent me a picture of him wearing his Google Glass, and he utilizes the ScottEVest's patented personal area network to wire up his power to the glasses, so he's never running out of power. And that's really, in addition to headphones, what I really intended for the personal area network.
Okay. See, until you said during this conversation, it never occurred to me to use it for a battery. I was just always thinking of it specifically in terms of headphones. And now I'm like, oh, that opens a whole vista, especially as a new iPad owner. That opens a whole vista of possibility here. Cool. Now, question for you about clothes. Since you are obviously a clothes guy, we've talked about using your clothes as your carry-on and so on. But what do you do? Any hints for someone who's going to have to be going away, and I don't know who that person might be, but say for 10 days, about how to pack? I did an episode once on bundle packing, which is a way of packing stuff so that it stays so stuff stays pretty much wrinkle-free. But other than that, frankly, I'm a real neophyte when it comes to deciding what to take. So I have my 6 bundle-packed suitcases plus my ScottEVest's.
Yeah, put all the stuff you have that you want to bring, and then take 2/3 of it away. And get used to washing shirts and underwear in your sink. And only bring 1 pair of pants, and you choose a neutral color, for every 4 days that you're away. Pack less. It will make your trip and your experience so much better. And I know the inclination is, okay, I'm going away for 7 days. I need 9 pair of underwear because, God forbid, I have to, put some underwear in the sink and wash it, or, what happens if I lose one? So I got to have 2 extra. I need 7 days. I need 9 pair of socks because I'm going to want a fresh pair of socks. And, 7 days, I need 3 pair of pants because I constantly want to, have a different outfit. And, no, you're going away to experience the location where you are and enjoy yourself. You don't need to be in a different outfit every single day. You need to be clean, and there are ways to do that, readily, without packing too much. And pack wrinkle-free stuff. All of our clothing, for the most part, with some exceptions, are designed to be wrinkle-free. So don't ever check a bag, and the bundle packing concept works pretty well. I've tried it. I've got a video out there on how I did it. I packed too much though. I after putting it all together, and I for the amount of, which was much less than what I otherwise would have. That's my advice. And also, when you pack, put your cords. Always comes down to power for me. I mean, put your cords in a place where you'll be able to find them. Don't put your cords in the middle of your bundle pack.
In the middle of I did that once, and I was like, oh, great. How, and so there I am sitting sitting at the gate, unfolding all of my clothes so that I can get to my power cord. This was very embarrassing. Cool. Now, any advice if you're going to an event that is maybe part casual, part business? How do you strike a balance so you don't have to bring 2 complete wardrobes?
I'm the wrong person to ask about that because I wear the same thing almost every single day. I wear my hidden cargo pants, which have expandable waist that don't look expandable, and a black Q-zip, and I have found it to be a suitable outfit for business casual environments and casual environments. I don't even think I own a suit at all. So I believe and our office is very casual. So we have sport jackets that they go over a casual shirt, and all of a sudden you look like you're business. You're much more suitable for a business environment.
How many pockets in that sport jacket?
A lot.
Oh.
More than 20. Way more than 20. It's got one of the highest pocket count that we have going. So it has 23.
20. Oh,
separate pockets in compartments, and all designed so that you don't see what's in it. It's all layered in what we call a no bulge, layered design. And we engineer clothing. We don't design it. To us, the function is more important than the fashion. Fashion we take for granted. It must be fashionable, not like cutting edge fashionable, but not ugly by any means. Something you feel comfortable wearing. But the function's the most important thing.
Well, and that's one of the things that has always amazed me about I can be in my ScottEVest and literally have a carry-on and a half's worth of stuff loaded up in my vest, and no one can tell that I have anything on except a vest. And it's kind of mind-blowing. You've done an amazing job with that. Is there anything else you'd like to add? We're pretty much at the end of our time.
No, I really enjoy your podcast. I encourage people to check out our website at ScottEVest's.com. And, I'm pretty accessible. So, look at my social media. ScottEVest's CEO is my Twitter handle, and Facebook, you'll be able to find me readily, or send me an email, Scott@ScottEVest. Send me your ideas. A lot of our ideas are inspired by our customers. So if someone has an idea about wearable computers and how we can incorporate, please send it off. You might have thought about it already, but, we're...
Pretty soon we're going to have Google. We have Google Glass. We'll have Google Vest.
Well, actually, we do sell our stuff through the Google store. They embroider it with their logo, so we're already there.
Ah. Now, how about a medical vest?
Funny you should ask. We have lab coats that are going to be coming out hopefully in the spring of next year.
Wow. Well, there we go. Excellent. Oh, and actually, there was a suggestion that I sent in on the website, and you said you didn't have plans for it yet, but I'll go ahead and repeat it because maybe now that it's in public, you'll feel more pressure, which is I want a ScottEVest workout shorts and or shirt so that I don't need to have my ridiculous iPod holder. Which one?
The performance T-shirt, performance Q-Zip. It was the hardest product for us to design. We have the personal area network, of course, and wicking material that doesn't smell and it dries quickly, and you have 2 pockets and actually 3 pockets. And they're designed to bear the weight properly. And it was the most simplistic product for us. And we went through more prototypes of that product than anything else in the history of ScottEVest. And it's done tremendously well for us. I'll have Emmy send you one.
Performance T and Performance Q-Zip. All right. I am a size small, which is good because I used to be a size medium. Recently, I discovered that all my pants were falling down, and I assumed the elastic had stretched. And then I realized, no, I've actually lost weight with all this working out. So that's been pretty awesome. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate your taking the time. I know that you're running a company, so this is not something you have tons and tons of time for. But thank you very much.
Oh, I enjoy it. This is what it's all about, getting the word out. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
This is Steve Robbins. Follow Get It Done Guy on Twitter and Facebook. I help high-potential leaders accelerate or change their careers. If you want to know more for yourself or someone who works for you, visit steverobbins.com. That's SteverRobbins.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.